The box of baking soda in your kitchen costs about $1, and it replaces roughly $30 of bottles under your sink. Bottles you rebuy 2 or 3 times a year. Most people use it for 2 of them and never touch the rest. And the way almost everybody uses it, mixed with vinegar, cancels most of it out. We'll get to that at the end. First, in about 30 seconds, the free way to turn that same box into a much stronger cleaner. Spread baking soda across a sheet pan in a thin layer 400 degrees 1 hour and stir it every 15 minutes so it converts evenly. That is about 2 minutes of your attention. That at the oven does the rest. What comes out is not baking soda anymore. The heat drives off water and carbon dioxide and leaves sodium carbonate behind. Washing soda. Same box, no extra money. You can see that it worked. It goes in fine and powdery and comes out grainy and dull. Washing soda is far more alkaline, and that is the whole difference between a mild scrub and a real degreaser. It cuts the grease that plain baking soda only pushes around. One thing that matters, it is caustic now, and it is not food. Wear gloves, label the jar, keep it away from kids. I started doing this because I counted the bottles under my sink. 11 of them. 4 were doing a job this one box does, and 2 were the same product with different labels and different prices. Here's what gets sold instead. Oven cleaner in an aerosol can, $6 to $9, with a label telling you to ventilate the room. Degreasing spray, $5 to $7. Grout cleaner, $8 and up. A tub of laundry booster, $10 to $12. You don't need any of them. And the tip that saves you the most is the one nobody gives, because it contradicts the single biggest cleaning video on the internet. That one is last. One quick thing before the list. If this saves you money today, hit like and subscribe. It's free, it takes a second, and it helps this channel a lot. Half a cup of baking soda and a few tablespoons of water, mixed until it spreads like frosting. Take the racks out, coat every inside surface, and stay off the heating element and the door seal. Leave it 12 hours. Overnight is the whole point. The alkali needs time to break burnt grease apart, and no aerosol gives you that, which is why the can tells you to scrub. Wipe it out with a damp cloth in the morning. Anything that survives, go at it again with the washing soda instead. The film on the cabinet doors above your stove is cooking oil that has oxidized into a varnish. Water slides straight off it, which is why wiping does nothing. A tablespoon of washing soda in a cup of warm water with a squirt of dish soap. Wipe it on, wait 10 minutes, come back with a microfiber cloth. It comes off in one pass. Test the inside of a door first. On painted wood, alkali plus time can lift the paint if you leave it sitting too long. Grout is porous, so the dirt is inside it, not on top of it. That is why surface sprays keep failing. Baking soda paste, an old toothbrush, 10 minutes of dwell time, and scrub along the line rather than across it. Then seal it once it dries. Unsealed grout is gray again in about 4 months, and sealing is the step everyone skips. 50-50 paste of baking soda and water on a damp sponge. Painted walls, crayon, and the black rubber streaked shoes leave on vinyl floors. Light pressure only, it works, because it is a mild abrasive, and a mild abrasive on flat paint will burnish a shiny patch if you lean on it. If you're going to bake a batch of this tonight, a like right now really does help. Aluminum. Prolonged contact oxidizes the surface and turns it brown. That covers aluminum pans, trays, and window frames. Marble and quartz. Baking soda is an abrasive salt, and it scratches the sealant that protects the stone underneath. Ceramic glass cooktops, same reason. It scratches, and it leaves a white film that is harder to remove than whatever you were cleaning. Half a cup of washing soda goes in with your normal detergent. With it, not instead of it. It softens hard water, and hard water is the reason detergent underperforms across most of the country. If your towels come out stiff and graying, that is usually what is happening. This is the same thing the store sells you in a tub for $10 to $12. Baking soda is an alkali. Vinegar is an acid. Poured together in comparable amounts, they neutralize each other, and what you're left with is water, carbon dioxide, and a salt called sodium acetate. That mixture cleans about as well as tap water with a slightly salty character. The fizz is not the cleaning happening. The fizz is your two cleaners destroying each other. There is a twist, though, and it explains why the trick seems to work. Most of the recipes going around use a huge excess of soda. 1.5 cups of baking soda to 1/4 cup of vinegar. Once the fizzing stops, over 99% of that baking soda is still sitting there. So the soda was doing the work the whole time. The vinegar was a special effect. Use them one after the other and never in the same bowl. Soda first, to lift grease, rinse, then vinegar for mineral scale. We went through the scale side in the citric acid video, so I won't repeat it here. So the whole thing in one line. $1 box, 1 hour in the oven, and it covers the 4 bottles you keep rebuying as long as you stop pouring vinegar on it. Tonight, bake 1 batch. Everything else in this video works better with it. Thanks for watching all the way through. If this saved you money, hit like and subscribe. It's free, and it decides whether videos like this get shown to anyone at all. Tell me in the comments which bottle you're throwing out first.